Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Ace that runs the place, one half of the Word Club Wrestling Podcast. We are back with another episode. As you can see, we are suited and booted. Go ahead, introduce yourself, good brother.
He is I am him. It's your main man, the franchise, a.k.a. Podcast Tribal Chief. What's going on, Oos?
Nothing much, man. Same old, man. I'm glad to be. I told you about this. I wanted to come on the episode one day. You did. Suited and booted.
You did.
Pimping, you know. So I'm glad to do that. I'm glad to, I always like to, show out, every once in a while. I'm a Leo, so, we like the glitz and glamour and whatnot. You know what I mean?
I feel like Montez right now.
You know what? You look a little Montez. You look a little. You got the Montez swag or something like. Who really? I really started admiring their game. Their suit game, Andrade. That's why I come up with the little. I love that joint, bro. Yo, his swag is up there, man, and his English most definitely has got better.
Well, we already know someone else who swag is up there, but he just maybe now he's going to get more shine because he captured the Intercontinental title.
Oh, your boy, Ricochet, your twin. That's your twin right there. That's your
Ricochet.
twin.
So yeah, but before we go any further, oh my God, you heard the intro. Our thoughts go out to the family and friends of Scott Hall. Mm-hmm. It was a week ago today. We're recording on Sunday. It was a week ago today that, he was announced that he was on life support. Mm-hmm. And then we all know Monday they took him off life support. Yeah. But he was fighting for some time. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately he transitioned.
Yeah.
So
the bad guy.
The number one bad guy.
Yes.
He's the reason why it was cool to be a bad guy.
Right.
Talked about it a little with a few of my friends on campus because they are,
wrestling fans or
they're wrestling fans, but then they realized because some of them started adding me on Facebook and they were like, yo, we really see that you really are into this. So like, man, what do you think about it? And just like I've said on, our podcast page and just all around, man, like he had arguably one of my favorite WrestleMania matches. Him and Shawn Michaels made the ladder match, arguably a part of one of the biggest moves in wrestling history, going to WCW, forming the NWO. And I have my theory about how I feel like the Click, DX, and the NWO were like the same. It's just one was a much larger group.
Which one was the larger group?
NWO.
Okay, I was about to say like
NWO is all of WCW.
Because I'm like, come on now. I'm talking about like as far as like popularity. That's what you meant. Who was? I think DX had it with the kids because of the suck it. Because when we were kids, we would do that shit and we would get in trouble for that stuff like that. Like we'd be in school, you know what I mean? Like going hell or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But the NWO was like, those were like adults.
Right.
The DX were adults as well. Mm. But the NWO was more kind of like serious, whatever like that. But like Scott Hall was like, if it was just them three, for like that whole, if it was just them three, Scott Hall was like the best on the mic. He had the, Yeah, hey yo, you know what I mean? He had the like survey. Say he did the come on. He had so many cool catchphrases.
One
more for the NWO. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was just like he had so many cool catchphrases and stuff, and it's just like you don't realize. Like I said, that's one thing I hate about when somebody passes away. Then you start going back on memory lane. You start thinking, oh my God, yo, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon was such this. He was ahead of his time, and you know his mic skills and you know the Razor Ramon the character and stuff like. You just going back and just look how like other wrestlers pay homage to him even before you know his you know untimely passing and stuff. You just like yo, like this dude was really like an influence on a major influence on the wrestling community.
He really was. I remember. It's funny. I remember I was. Oh my God, this is I've never told this story before. But I remember when I was younger and I was trying talking to this girl and I was using nothing but Razor Ramon lines.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a belt, but I was just saying that I was gonna have gold around my waist.
Yeah.
And like I just kept saying that.
Yeah.
And like it was another dude that was trying to like talk to her too, but he was more into like because we were young, we were kids, like 8, 9, maybe 10. So he's reciting hip hop, and here I am reciting promos from wrestling.
Yo, at least you wasn't quoting Macho Man shit, because you know Macho Man was a bad boy. Ooh, the cream of the crop, and you wasn't doing nothing like that.
No, because like at that time, you know, it was Razor.
Razor was that boy. Scott Hall was that boy.
So,
you know what I mean?
So yeah, so you know,
You ain't hit the.
No, I didn't. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. But what I did, you're gonna laugh. What I did is I tried to do a little sleep. Like I had like a little bush.
Okay, because I thought you just had like, okay.
No,
so
I had like a little bush.
Yeah.
But dude, I have a bush and I'm slicking my hair back. Like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Yo, you ain't having toothpick or nothing like that? You had a visible toothpick? Was you invisible? Yes.
I had the invisible toothpick. Okay. Like, I was sitting there like, like,
yo, that's so funny.
What's wrong with me?
Right.
What's wrong
Dog,
with me?
it was Scott Hall.
I understand that.
Remember the question I texted you a while back? I said like who was like influences in wrestling and stuff like that. So you most definitely say Scott Hall. Razor Ramon was most definitely one of your top influences.
Yeah, it would be Scott Hall. Just with that attitude, with his character and everything. And then obviously, you know, we transitioned. We got into like The Rock, you know, and a little bit of Austin. A little bit of Triple H, you know, and now
Roman.
Y'all see.
Ricochet.
Montez
and whatnot. Yeah.
So
New Day. Anybody from the New Day that stick out for you mostly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, New Day's more for like a personal. You know, like I can relate.
Oh,
more.
I meant style. Oh, we talk about style.
Oh,
we talk about style. Roman, the Razor, your attitude and stuff like that. The Roman, the attitude.
Right.
Yo, let me tell y'all something about the Roman Reigns, like the attitude. Like I noticed this a lot too. You ever notice when Roman comes out, he has like his head is like held up real high and he's almost like he's looking down on people type stuff like that.
Mode.
God mode. And sometimes I go to work and I'm like, I'm not the biggest person at work, but I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy at work. So I'm like, I'm walking through the joint. I'm just, I be feeling so like, I be feeling that like that energy. I'm like, dog, that shit be feeling so wrong.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Not gonna lie to you. There's times when I will be driving, and if I get to my destination, like as I'm getting close to my destination, I will put his music on. I'll put that music on. And it's something about that, like his theme, it just oozes that, like that confidence. It literally does. And Like there's sometimes that I'll be listening to it. Like it's that meme, it's that Twitter meme. You know that meme when they show like the dude and he got the headphones on with the serious look on his face, but then they show like what he's
actually listening to. Yeah, be something silly.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how like I am sometimes. I'll be sitting there listening to like Roman's music and it's just like it's just that level of confidence. Even his old music, you know, but it's something about this one that kind of just makes that confidence level 1,000 times, you know. So
back to Scott Hall. You want to
back to Scott Hall because you know, like I said, man, is tough loss.
Yeah,
you know, and what got me was Kevin Nash's post. Yeah, because I look at Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, best of friends. Me and you, best of friends. You know, it's like Triple H and
Shawn Michaels. Yeah,
you know, best of friends. And it's just like I was reading that, I was just like, damn, like just to be in that position that he was in, you know. And then you see, you know, I didn't see much Triple H tweets for a very long time. Yeah, and then I seen his tweet, you know, and he's just like, yo, I'm gutted. Like I don't know how to feel. I see Shawn Michaels just tweet like, you know, I love you, brother. You know, and then X-Pac,
X-Pac got something. I think he gonna be the one that got the hardest.
I think he's going to deal with it. Like Kevin Nash, he said, yo, that's like I was closer to him than I was my immediate family. Like I was always around him. Yeah. But I think because X-Pac is the youngest out of all of them. Like he's little bro. Like he's literally he's little brother than him. And I think him and Scott Hall, I feel like they might have had a very special bond because you got to remember, 1, 2, 3 Kid, he shocked the world with beating Razor Ramon, and it built this storyline between them. You know, but then you look at how much them two were kind of like. That was like, you know how there's always like you got your siblings, but then there's always that one sibling that, you know, it's like, yo, that's the one. Like they have that connection. Just like, you know, we said Shawn Michaels, Triple H, the clique as a whole is a brotherhood. Yes. But then you have separate friendships,
it's kind of like I say, like the 4 horsewomen, or so wrestling,
the horsewomen, even I would say probably even New Day to an extent,
more Big E, Xavier is like the close, like they went through the lot. Then Kofi's kind of like the elder statesman in the group, you know what I mean? Right. But you know,
and then you know, we kind of, I mean, we've been through it, you know, me and you, you know, we know that people have come and gone in this in this circle of ours, but no matter what, it's always the
two. It's always the the Usos. You know what I'm saying? Right. The bros and stuff.
So it's like I seen that, I can relate to that. You know, and it was just like, damn, you know, I really felt bad for.
It's gonna be hard for him, man.
Yeah. So you know, prayers out to the whole Scott Hall family, anyone that is affected by his loss, man. The wrestling community, and that's one thing, dude. The wrestling community came out for this man. Like NWA made a post about him.
Impact,
AEW,
everybody showed love.
Everyone did.
And speaking of the wrestling community, just showing love and reaching out, man. With God bless our brother in the New Day, Big E. E-Tor, yes. You know, big meaty man slapping meat. Oh, my man E, man, got a terrible accident, man, terrible injury, man, broke his neck during the episode of SmackDown, tag team match with him, Sheamus, and Ridge Holland. Yeah, it was just a botch move, and you know, we was very concerned about what happened to Big E. You know, neck injuries are very serious. I mean, any injury, I feel like in wrestling is serious, but especially if it's something with your neck, I go say neck, back, legs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was a very it was a very serious, it was a very scary time. It was like all this stuff was hitting the wrestling community all at once. You know, you had the Big E situation, then you had the Scott Hall situation. It was just like, you know, like what's going on, whatever, you know, and you know, thankfully, like I said, Big E has came out and he's done posts on Twitter or social media just saying he's okay, it's not nothing serious, it's like he doesn't need surgery, he's just gonna, you know, take some time to recover. So like I said, Big E, you are in our thoughts and our prayers, man. I love, you know what I'm saying, Big E is one of my favorite wrestlers of this era.
One of the probably best people.
And one of the best people. That's the one thing that people have said about Big E. He's just one of the nicest human beings on the planet. Like, he's, like, I think it's more people are just like, you're not thinking about him as a wrestler. You're thinking about him as a person. And everybody's just like, everybody that's said something about Big E's always been something positive. Like, Big E's always been, you know, a great guy, a great friend, you know, a brother, you know, just a good person to work with, be around and stuff. Always made people feel good. So you just see everybody posting these pictures and stats and, you know, everything. Let's say, and all the wrestling companies, like I said, NWA.
Even was it NWA?
NWA posted the joint, and I'm like, Big E. I was like, Big E wasn't in NWA, but he had a picture of Big E. He was Biggie Langston, in his gear, whatever like that, in the NWA, and I think AEW stars were posting stuff, and you know, everybody in the rest of the community was just like thoughts and prayers to Big E. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like he's doing fine. So
he's definitely like I seen. I think it was a couple days ago. I seen that he posted a video.
He was outside.
No, it was of him brushing his teeth. He was like singing.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Toothbrush, and it's just like that goes into a conversation that is going to segue into another topic. But I remember when it happened, and getting all the news alerts and getting all the reports, and the one thing that I admired about this. It sounds weird to say I admire something during a case of like a tragic injury, but the fact that Big E was able and was willing to be like, let me be the one to tell y'all what's going on. So, you know, he like that night, he sent the video out like, hey guys, I'm okay. She was showing like, I still have
move
feelings
all my digits. I can move my digits.
You know, and then I think it was that next day he released a video saying that, you know, he did indeed break his neck, but he didn't require any surgery. And then I remember, because I don't know if it was me that sent you it or you that sent me it, that was saying like the report was that his injury was like on the same
career. Yeah, it was like
level
career,
as like Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And I remember you said that to me because we were talking about it, and I was kind of just like, and I told you, I was like, after Big E sent those two videos, I was like, I'm not listening to no other source.
Yeah.
If it's not coming from him directly.
The horse's mouth, right.
You know, and this goes into this whole angle or this whole situation with Bianca Belair now. Mm-hmm. You know, because now there's reports that her match at WrestleMania is not going to happen because she suffered injury at the hands of Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a work. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it is legit. Mm-hmm. Just because I think that they're going to try to build more of that underdog coming back from said injury,
right,
to do this.
Yeah, to do the impossible type of thing, whatever like that. To beat Becky Lynch, who's who's had a incredible run as Raw Women's Champion, just a champion in general in WWE, but. I like the stuff like that. When I saw that, like I said, I told you about it, right? And I was like, you was like, man, I'm not go. You said that's just a work, and I was like, yeah, I figured it was a work, but I was just like, man, I'd be upset if this was something true because I'm like, Bianca has worked so hard since the last WrestleMania to get back in this position. To have something like that happen would be, very upsetting.
I feel like if it was something serious, Montez would have said something. In my opinion, I feel like as her husband and as much as he is very vocal about
like
his
he
support,
love him some Bianca Belair. Like
I really feel like he would have been. We would have seen another side of Montez come out because I don't think that there's anything that would stop him to be like, yo, Becky, what the fuck type of thing.
Right. And then it because friction between him and Seth, and you know what I mean? Because, Seth got to defend his girl.
Right.
And Montez go defend his wife to the, so it's going to be.
Especially when you're dealing with a situation where, like, it's, from what they're saying, it's like her throat.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like, we don't know what damage that can do. And then if you just look at the whole premise of the storyline, it was, Becky was sidelined.
Yeah, what hers, then now you do the same to Bianca, whatever like that. But I'm like, do you really need the sympathy aspect for Bianca that like she had to get over this hump to beat Becky Lynch? And I just feel like Bianca, like I said, Bianca's a better athlete. She's a better performer, I think, in the ring than Becky Lynch. So I don't think Bianca really needs that angle to be like, I got over this adversity. But also, do you think it's also like the race thing? Because it's this black woman versus this white woman. This white woman did something to her type stuff like that. It's like, nah, the black woman got to come over this adversity type stuff to win or whatever like that. Like, do you think that's a possibility?
It could be a possibility, but I strongly disagree. I strongly don't agree that is the case. I do think that there is some adversity that has to be done.
Yeah.
I do feel like it is a situation where she is having to go through this obstacle.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they're gonna play that role.
But do you think the she like
because I haven't
go ahead.
I haven't seen or heard Becky say anything in that degree that can make it into.
Yeah, I know it's nothing like that, but I'm just saying, you know how some people, because remember when Becky came back and beat her, and everybody was like, how you let this girl beat Bianca like that? Well,
that's because...
And then now we get to this situation where you go into WrestleMania, Bianca's probably going to be the favorite to win the match or whatever like that. And so Becky's I'm going to do what I got to do. Because people look at it like, look at this woman who looks like this, doing something to stop a woman that looked like Bianca from beating her and ruining her streak. It's something like that. It's kind of like the, you know what I mean, bringing you down type of situation. But that's how some people, I don't think WWE's not feeding into that storyline, but I think that's how some people could see that as a thing or whatever. But do you also think because Bianca's so dominant, like she's so gifted in the ring that you kind of got to make her look vulnerable in a way to make, you know what I mean?
I think that's what they have to do because I think that's the only way that they could.
It's like you got to make Superman look human.
Yeah.
Type of stuff.
Yeah, like you got to do that because otherwise we know that
she getting mopped. Becky getting mopped. Like it's
washed. She's getting washed.
Mopped. You know.
So I know that it's been a minute. Like I was actually when we were getting ready for this and I was getting the stuff on audio side done. Mm-hmm. I just looked and I was like, yo, we only had like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like we really have a lot to catch up to. This was literally an impromptu episode that we decided to do today. But do you want to dive into the big news that broke Friday? That we kind of knew was going to happen.
Can we? Yeah, we could talk about it. And there's some things I gotta say, man. Like I believe I talked about this before. I miss the days where you could get surprised about stuff like this. We do not. We do not get that anymore, and it's kind of like, yo, we gotta certain things. I think you just gotta like keep.
Gotta
secret.
keep under the wraps.
You gotta keep under wraps. It's like, why would you? Because you kept talking about it. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about Cody Rhodes signing with WWE. Obviously, we knew at some point he was going to sign to WWE. You know, there was nowhere else he was going to go. You know, the ROH situation would have sounded great.
We didn't talk about because a lot happened.
Yeah,
you know, so we talked about it off mic.
Yes.
You know, we've talked about it and we've said that, you know, a thought or an idea that I actually seen on TikTok was somebody talking about, since Tony Khan bought ROH, Tony can't run both companies. Mm-hmm. What if he gave said company to Cody for Cody to run, and it'll be like his NXT type of thing?
Yeah.
And I was like, that would kind of be dope. You know,
resemblance of his father, because Dusty
resemblance
was really
of his
like
father, resemblance of Triple H, you know. And then we started hearing the rumbles of him coming back to the WWE and him possibly having a match
at Mania
with
Seth Rollins. Was kind of like
Seth was the one that was really getting thrown out there, and we can pretty much confirm that this is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be a impromptu match where Seth is out there and then Cody comes out.
Yeah, because Seth hasn't really had like nobody really set nothing up for Seth.
Well, it's the same thing with Kevin Owens at that moment where we kind of knew, because Kevin Owens was trash in Texas, that we all knew that it was going to lead up to him in Austin. Mm-hmm. But 1 minute it's a KO show moment. The next minute it's apparently, you know, I just showed you the news that's broke today, which I don't really believe it, that they're saying that the Kevin Owens Stone Cold segment is the main event of night one.
You know what though? You know what? I will say this. I heard the card for night one was trash. So they're trying to rearrange it, though, so they could possibly rearrange it to make the night one card decent enough to watch, because the card for night two is probably phenomenal.
Everything night two is focused on Brock and Roman. Like, I guarantee you, throughout night two, even probably through night one, not as much as night one, but night two for sure, you're gonna see montage videos. You're gonna see ex-wrestler, ex-Hall of Famers sitting there like, well, you know, Brock Lesnar is this beast, and but you got Roman Reigns.
They're gonna have Hogan. Come on, you know what, brother? When I was in the ring, brother.
Not have
when
Hogan.
I was in the ring, brother. Back in the day, when I had
they better show that flashback of Brock
with the blood. Like, I was like, I'll fight Brock Lesnar, brother. He destroyed me, brother. Like, I'm have to go with Brock Lesnar. If you're 24 by doing all that shit.
Yeah, like I can see them really hyping that up. Yeah. But I can see night one being more so not impromptu, but it's more of the celebrity matches, like the matches the Johnny Knoxville, Austin Theory, those matches that are like just
it's just
taboo.
Speaking of WrestleMania, card one, you want to say the card? Seeing you look like the man today, why not have Ricochet and the possibility Mustafa Ali? Don't two kill it on main event, bro.
They not doing nothing with him.
Dog. I know they not, but dog.
Listen,
that'd be crazy.
It would be crazy, but they not doing nothing with him. They not doing nothing. They not doing nothing with Mustafa.
And then I'll talk about it. We might not have Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the United States title.
Why not?
I don't think that's on the card.
It might not be on the card right now,
But dog, like you said, like might be more focused on celebrity stuff. So you got like at least 3 matches right there that's focused on celebrity stuff. Then you still got the Stone Cold, Kevin Owens joint. So how many matches you think it's gonna be? Like 8, maybe, at least 8.
well, because let's see,
RK Bro, tag team match. You got that one. You got. Matter of fact, I think the is it the women's joint gonna be the tag team titles?
Yeah,
Defending on Mania.
yeah, because it's actually it's a 4-way.
Fatal 4-way.
Yep.
So you got that. Jake Paul, Miz versus Mysterios. Austin Theories, Pat McAfee. KO, Stone Cold. You still got Bianca, Becky. So you. I think we know what's gonna happen. So then you got like what? I'm probably missing 2. Drew McIntyre versus fucking Happy Corbin. That, and you got like one more.
Yeah, yeah, because Charlotte and Ronda is night.
That's night 2.
Yeah, that's night 2. I don't really think there's gonna be that many matches on night 2.
Night two might be just like, yo, we gonna do like 5.
Night 2 might be like we're gonna do like 3.
3 and that's it. Because like I said, the Matt is the Usos defending the tag team titles.
I think they are. Rick Boom and
Rick Boogs and I was gonna say Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. So I don't know. We literally got off subject when we was talking about Cody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we was talking about Cody. Yeah. So like I said, my thing, like I said, I just wish that we were kind of like back in the day when we just kind of like, it was just rumors that you heard, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, it's confirmed, this, that, third, yada, yada, yada. You know, our sources that we all listen to and stuff like that when it comes to wrestling news. And I wish that we got to that point where I wish we had that where we could just like do that. Whatever, you know what I mean? But now it's just like everything is out there. So I heard that they was like when Cody left in 2016, he was offered like $300,000 to stay, but now he said his contract is up to like $3 million. So Cody most definitely done build up his cachet and you know cashed out. So that's good for Cody.
Somebody used a meme, not a meme, but they took a clip, a still shot from WrestleMania in Vegas, in the Caesar Palace. I'm trying to remember 10 ladder match, 9. It was WrestleMania 9 when Yoko fought Brett and Mr. Fuji threw the salt in Brett's eyes, and Hogan came out, and it was either salt or somebody had somebody did something with a flash and it blinded Brett, and Hogan came out, and Brett told Hogan to face Yoko and win the title. Somebody said that Brock is going to get his ass destroyed. Cody's going to come out. Brock's going to tell Cody, take out Roman. And Cody's going to take out Roman and win the title.
That would never happen.
I literally said, if they were to do that, I think every wrestling fan, despite what you feel about Cody, is going to lose their shit. Like, out of all the people that you can have win the title over him, it's going to be Cody. No disrespect to Cody.
Right.
But
listen, we all know Cody coming back. You mid-card. You back to the mid-card, bro. He might get a shot. He go get a shot, but Cody, I heard Cody might go to Raw.
That too.
Yeah.
But if you're unifying the belts, then
he back on the mid-card.
Which is, I don't know if you've seen it. Apparently they've teased how the new new.
I heard that. Yeah, there's like something. It was like outside.
Yeah,
it was like a thing that was outside, and he showed like a.
They just showed like they showed that.
Yeah,
but the red is a different color. It's like this blue.
Yeah, it was like blue.
It's like a sky blue or something like that. I was kind of
like, do you think you gonna have like like remember the titles they had when we was playing 2K? And you remember that gold title, the WWE title? It was like the global. I think it was called like the global title or something like that. Do you think it could be something like that?
I will hope they don't.
Just straight gold.
I will hope they don't.
You go get it.
No.
You gonna want to get it. Cause you know why you gonna want to get it? Cause your boy got the title. Your boy gonna make that shit look good.
Well, I mean, yes, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
So
because
you almost
I slightly
you almost dropped the ball.
Yeah, but I just man, it's hard, you know, because I just you already know how I feel about the unification. You know, I don't want them to.
It ain't gonna last long.
I really don't.
Yeah.
You know.
But I say this is a good time that'll be a good time to make the other titles hopefully feel important. Hopefully they do put some work in with the Intercontinental title and the United States title to make those titles kind of feel a little bit more important like they were before they just said, "No, fuck these titles. We got these two titles." But do you think the Cody signing is ultimately, and how well Cody gets treated in WWE is going to encourage more people from AEW to want to sign with WWE when the contract is up or whatever, or the ones that Vince wants, like MJF, like Britt Baker, Jade Cargill.
I think so.
Wardlow.
I think so, but then you also got to take into account it's your reputation, it's your work ethic. It's those things, and it's being able to be like, okay, if we put you through, because sometimes they do that. Sometimes they're like, yo, we gonna put you through some shit that you might not like, but it's just to see if you can take what we give you and kind of make it your own. You know, and I think that's the thing that a lot of the wrestlers, a lot of the superstars had problems with, is being like told like, okay, you know, like Keith Lee talked about it, you know, when he was presented the Bearcat, and he was like, it's not really my thing, but if y'all want me to do this, then I'll do it, you know, and we seen the results.
Right.
You know.
Is that the results why he got cut? Or you think he just kind of like...
No, I just think that he...
The results of the character, you're not really feeling the character
right.
and stuff like that.
I think that he knew it, and I think... And also, if it's true that Vince said something to Keith, I would take it personally against Vince. You say I wave the flag all the time, but if what Keith said was true, and I'm not saying that Keith is lying, but when Keith said that he was told by Vince, like, oh, you talk, like, your cadence, like, you talk too proper, you know, and that's kind of like, it's a slap to Keith, because
it's also, especially a person of color, when you talk about, you talk in a certain way,
he wants you to talk a different way.
He wants you to talk like, yeah, sucker, like,
no disrespect to Book, but
but that's how Book talk,
right. But you also you look at, like, I can't even say like Montez, because Montez got I think it was Montez got like a swag to him. Angelo, I think the one that probably like this, like, because he don't really talk like that, is Angelo. Yeah, but when you really look at Angelo Dawkins, when you actually listen to his promos, some of his promos, he's good.
He's good. He's just he's not the talker like Montez is.
He just doesn't
he's just
have
back.
And they say it all the time. Like he's like, yo, Montez cut a promo in some moccasins. Has some basketball shorts on and some moccasins. Like, he's like, and he cut a promo like he cut a promo like he was The Rock, like, geared out, ready to go. Yeah. So, but if that is true, I will take offense to that, because I'm just like, yo, like, not every black person has to be put in that mold.
Okay, so now I gotta defend Vince McMahon. So now I'm gonna be the one waving the flag here.
What?
So, yeah, I'm gonna be the one waving the flag here. So do you think Vince didn't look at it like Vince wasn't looking at it as a race thing? He was more looking at it as a size. He has this. Keith Lee is this big, strong, this big guy, and you talk like with this proper cadence.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations. So it's like somebody's not gonna believe that coming from a guy that's big like that. So I would much rather have you speaking away or more like a more of an aggressive tone, because how you look, it will seem more presentable for the eyes of the people. Because like I said, remember, okay, I'll put it like this: Mike Tyson talks the way he talks. If you heard Mike Tyson talk on the phone, and he said, "I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna kick your ass," you be like, "Yo, who this punk ass dude talking to me on the phone?" And then when he comes see you, you like, "Oh shit!" Like, yo, this dude is. But you hear him, you like, I'm not scared of this dude. Like, come through, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And then he come through like, oh yeah, what's up? Are you the guy? You like, nah, that wasn't me. Nah, I don't know. No, it wasn't me. So you'll probably look at it as like, I think Vince is looking at it like, because how you look, you should, I want you to talk like this because how you look. If you talking and how you look less intimidating. You know what I mean? Because like I said, yeah, you big dude, all this other stuff. You can whoop my ass, yeah, no doubt. But you greetings and salutations. This is the limitless Keith Lee. You know, it's like, dude, you sound like a news reporter or something like that. You sound like the weatherman.
So same person, not same person. Same in a sense, beast.
Brock Lesnar?
Yes, because we've heard Brock talk.
Okay.
We've heard Brock scream.
Okay. But when Brock says something and he looks at you, Brock has the look of like a timid. He looks at you. But yeah, he's big and he has a soft voice. But he looks at you.
But
in
Keith
a way
said
that's
this
intimidating.
too. Keith said this. Keith was like, but what he can do is he can turn it up in the ring. So what happens is if needed to, he would turn that up and make it where his like that voice will be. For example, we've seen it. It's the infamous Keith Lee gif of when when Finn Balor is in the corn.
Keith Lee rises up
and he gives him that look.
And he gives him that look. But I'm just, I see what you're saying. But let's say that's in the ring. But when Brock talks and he's looking at you, Brock it's just like Brock gives you that look of it. And then it's like how Brock looks. Brock's jacked, got a fucking sword on his fucking body. So like, I see what you're saying. I see what you're going with. But I think this Brock looks intimidated. So even when he says something, he might be saying it with a small, in a soft-spoken voice. But it's not his voice, which is what he said.
But it's even okay. So, and we've talked about this. We talked about how we think the character of Brock Lesnar now is like that real psycho, like that psycho killer, right?
This is him. This is how he is. Yeah.
Like for example, when he was cutting a promo with Adam Pearce, and he was on a flip phone, and he was talking about, man, like I really appreciate you suspending me because I was able to do something I haven't done in a while. Hunt deer. And he was, but the way he was being very like methodical and very like psychopath.
Yes.
What if creative wise, you made Keith Lee similar to that, but you make it to where he's like this intelligent person, which he is.
He is an intelligent person. Yes, he is.
You use that as a benefit to be like, yo, he's this intellectual person, but like in the middle of his promos, he can get like that real, like he can like pull you closer in and really get real in depth in that.
So that's what he should have did. But then you gotta look at it like that. Would that have been more of a heel? So would Keith had to been a heel for that? Because Brock's pretty much been a heel his whole career. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Even though right now you can say he's like
he's a face. He's a tweener or whatever like that. Yeah. So what Keith,
we can say that about Keith. Keith could be a tweener.
Keith was a face. Keith was always a face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I see what you said, but I think it's just how you package. And like I say, how Brock is packaged is different from how Keith Lee is packaged. And maybe that's unfair or whatever like that. But that's, like I said, the way Brock looks. You know what I mean? It's just like, and how he first came out, he was the next big thing. He was he was throwing people all over the fucking ring and shit like that. And when he said something, he like I said, Brock is a man in a few words, but when he said something, it's like, yo, he meant that shit.
Right.
Whatever like that. But Keith Lee is just like I said, he's just, hi everybody. I'm like this, I am Keith Lee and I'm limitless and I'm blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it's cool. I like it. Meanwhile, I don't have no issue with it.
Right.
I don't have no issue with it. But I think how Vince, and I'm going to Vince's visions and stuff like that. I'm going to Vince's how Vince visions Keith Lee is like, yo, I want you to be this barricade and I want you to be vicious, whatever like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're big and all this. I want you to be aggressive. That's like, imagine Drew McIntyre just came out and he wasn't Drew McIntyre. Mm-hmm. He wasn't aggressive. He was just like, hey, everybody, I'm Drew McIntyre. You like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? You be like, this dude is stupid. Like, this is talking about Vince's vision. I was listening to Out of Character. He was talking about Sonya Deville. And it was Sonya Deville was being interviewed. Duties. Sonya Deville's character is like her new character. It's this female authority or whatever like that, and how her character was. And Vince is like, this is my vision I have for Sonya Deville and all this other stuff like that. And when Sonya Deville was like, okay, I was ready to, I want to wrestle. You see remember how long it took for Sonya Deville to wrestle, to get in the ring. So she was like, so when Sonya Deville finally got in the ring to wrestle, she had so much heat behind her. Vince was like, aren't you glad you waited? Like, this is my vision I have for the character, and obviously Sonya gave her input and all this other stuff like that. And like Vince was like, okay. Then when Sonya was like, okay, I want to wrestle, I'm ready to wrestle. He's like, no, we go wait. Keep building this character and stuff like that. Now you see Sonya Deville's her evolution of her character. So Vince has a vision for people, and all that time, like I said, it might not be what you want or whatever like that, but you kind of like, in a way, you got to trust Vince's vision, because Vince really, like, I think he knows what he's talking about. He's just looking out for the benefit of the talent.
I think what Vince, what he does is Vince has this tendency of, you have to really, and this is a basketball term, you really have to trust the process with Vince. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to be like, okay, there's a payoff at the end. Yeah. But you have to be dedicated. I think that's what causes a lot of wrestlers, superstars, to get uneasy and end up getting cut because they're not trusting that process. Then what they're doing is they might take to social media to voice their grievances, to say certain things about their character, or they don't like the fact that they're not getting pushed and everything like that. And then it's like Vince is just like, yo, you have to trust me. It's kind of like, for example, and this is going to be a segue, Jericho. If you ever listen to a Chris Jericho interview when he talks about his meeting with Vince, he said during his meeting with Vince, Vince brought him into the room where they were discussing stuff that was happening in their product right at that moment. He's still with WCW at the time. So he took the interview, did it, left, came back, and the reason why Vince said that he liked Jericho is because Jericho didn't go back and tell nobody anything. He kept that conversation that was in that room. And he's like, because I know I can trust you, that's why he allowed him to do the Broken Skull session with Stone Cold, being in AEW. Right. Because he's like, I trust.
He built that relationship with Chris Jericho.
I trust that you won't do or say anything out of line, out of character, out of whatever. Yeah. And it's the same thing with like an Undertaker and things like that. But I just think that that's kind of like the ring, like that's Vince's ring of fire that you got to go through. He's going to be like, all right, listen, I'm going to put this in front of you, but you can't touch it. And it's like your favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
But you can't touch it.
You think that's why Austin Theory is getting the push that he's getting right now because he done earned Vince's trust. So now Austin Theory is getting he will get shot to the moon. But like I said, he got to trust the process.
I think I said this in maybe I think it was episode 1. Mm-hmm. I really see Randy Orton in Austin Theory. I see a young Randy Orton. Same attitude. It's just a little different. The character is a little different, but it's just that
more this era, more like it's like Randy Orton and like born in like this era of like social media and it's like the selfies and
it's like that cockiness, that arrogance, and I think that eventually this is going to evolve, and it's going to come into something that is going to be bigger than we may see right now. Right.
So, like I said, we gotta. I don't want to say trust the process, man, because we see what's going on in that with them boys right there. Man, they ain't going so good. So, yeah,
trust McMahon.
Trust Vince McMahon. Yes. That's a good.
So I'd say we were going to segue into the Chris Jericho, and this is something that I told you off camera. I wasn't sure if I discussed this on the pod. If anybody happens to listen to the pod and can reflect and let us know on the comments and on the YouTube channel, greatly appreciate it. Matter of fact, Cook, Kevin, I know you will know this. If there was ever a point in time that I actually was saying that AEW eventually is going to get to that entertainment, like start getting into it. And now we have the Jericho Appreciation Society, which I fucking love. Like,
wait, you actually love something out of AEW? There's something out of other than Tay Conti. There's something that you like other than hey, that was your girl. So
I know,
Charles. Oh my God, I know.
But I love the Jericho Appreciation Society. I loved the CM Punk MJF story. I'm not really sure what's going on with the Adam Cole thing. I don't know.
Dog, I said Undisputed versus the Elite.
Which is going to happen.
That's going to happen.
It's building up.
Come back. Yeah,
it's building up to that.
That's what it's building up to.
I knew when O'Reilly and Fish showed up, I was like, I know what this is.
Yes.
I know what this is.
And that joint is going to be incredible.
It's going to be on fire. But I thought that Kenny wasn't going to lose the title because I thought Adam was going to be the one to take the title from Kenny. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be that. But as we all know, sometimes you don't need the title to create great story.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Bryan Danielson Moxley tandem.
Yeah, with Regal in the middle.
With Regal there now.
Look at you. Liking some AEWs. Look at you.
I told you.
Look at you.
I can appreciate some things, but home is where...
Look at you. Look at you. Proud of you. Proud of you, man.
But WWE is where the heart is.
Yes, I understand.
But,
yes.
Damn, I was completely...
You was going off. Then you said sports entertainment.
Oh, yes. Jericho Appreciation Society. And what Jericho said, Jericho was like, I am a sports entertainer. And it pissed everybody off.
Yes.
And then you have Pat McAfee on SmackDown say, I fell in love with professional wrestling, which is a forbidden word that is not supposed to be used in WWE.
Yes.
You're not supposed to say professional wrestling. So it's kind of funny how both these companies have both strayed away from these two words. Like AEW's like, we're not entertainment, we're wrestling.
Yes.
Like Daniel Bryan is like, this is or Bryan Danielson. I'm so used to calling him Daniel Bryan.
You can call Daniel Bryan. People know what he's talking about.
You know, he's like, this is professional wrestling. CM Punk, I am back to professional wrestling. But Jericho's like, I'm an entertainer.
But you know, he's one of those trolls.
He's one of the best to do it.
Yes, he's one of the best to do it. So you gotta like
How can I sign up to be a member of the Jericho Appreciation Society? Because I would love to be a part of that society.
Are you?
Yes.
You want to sign up for a group in AEW?
It's Jericho.
But it's AEW.
It's Jericho.
So are you putting a flag to the side? To the WWE side?
I am not putting the flag to the side. I'm just saying that I would like
want an application.
A member of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Okay.
Because I appreciate Chris Jericho.
Are you in the are you Bloodline or Jericho Appreciation?
Bloodline.
But you want to be on both? You want to be
Bloodline.
both? You want both?
Bloodline.
You want both?
If Roman and Jericho came in this room right now and looked at me and said, you got to pick
the greatness of Chris Jericho?
Greatness on a different level.
Yes, but that's Jericho. Jericho one of the GOATs.
I know.
Jericho one of the GOATs.
I know. He's not the GOAT of this generation.
But Jericho's one of all time.
He's not.
All time. Jericho.
When Roman does what he's going to do on April 3rd,
Jericho did it first.
I understand.
Jericho did it
I
first.
understand. But he didn't take a beast down.
How many times has Roman beat Brock? Roman like the only dude that we know that I think he beat Roman. I think he got like a winning record on Brock Lesnar at this point.
I don't even think it's a winning record. I don't think so. He might have a few more wins than other people.
I think he got more wins.
The other people.
How many Undertaker got?
Taker ain't got none.
Who else? Nobody got that many on Brock.
I think Taker got maybe one.
Maybe two. Two might be pushing it. Roman got like 5.
I don't know. We got
Roman at least 3. I say at least 3.
Go 3.
I say at least 3. But Roman I think Roman got a winning record on Brock Lesnar. See, now we doing this. Okay, but you want to be Jericho Appreciation. Cool. Hey, that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, I like the group.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Daniel Garcia from Buffalo.
I was about to say that.
There you go. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is he related to I gotta ask B. Because I know B's godfather was like in wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't know if his
I don't know. I want to know. Yeah.
That's something that we have to look into.
The only last thing B told us about was look out for Nikita Lyons in NXT because something about California and he seen her or whatever like that. So
not Jericho. Did you hear about Jeff Hardy?
What?
So remember the whole situation with Jeff Hardy, and they were saying like Jeff Hardy had
drugs and all that. Yeah.
So Jeff Hardy apparently was on his brother's podcast.
Yes.
And he basically said like, nah, I just quit. Like I just left, and I did it because I can get away with it. That's pretty much what he said in a nutshell. You know, for me, like I was listening to a podcast and he was talking about Don Honey was talking about it, and he was like, this is unprofessional. It was a spit in the face to your fans that have showed nothing but support for you, that really thought that something was wrong with you because of this problem that you had.
Yeah.
But then it also leads you to think of, is this kind of why WWE kind of took that approach with Jeff Hardy when they was like, yo, like you got to get tested because you acted erratically, like you do this. And then, you know, it's the whole situation about, you know, well, you have your brothers in arms in the ring and you just abandoned them like that. You lost their trust. So it's going to be a situation where somebody was like, you know, well, Stone Cold, he walked out, and I'm like, you know, you can't take two bad situations and be like, yeah, like, you know, you can't. forgot that infamous saying.
It
Like,
was like apples and oranges or something like that. You compare apples and oranges or whatever.
something similar to that. You know, but it's just like, you know, what Jeff Hardy did was very. Now that he's come out and said it, you know, it just goes like, I'm like, I don't know if you can ever repair that bridge over there, you know.
But I don't listen. I think Jeff at some point was like, I really want to go wrestle with my brother.
Right.
I really want to go pair up with my brother. Like, you know, I'm here. I'm in WWE. I'm really not doing nothing. He was kind of like he was like one of the survivors, last survivors. I don't think Survivor Series. It was like him and Seth. And, you know, I really honestly think he didn't really. Man, oh, no, I thought he was supposed to face Roman at some point. You know what I mean? We was going to see that, but he was probably going to lose. You know what I mean? So, so he was but I just think Jeff was just like, honestly, it's certain ways that you go about handling things, but I think Jeff was just like I want out. Like, I really want out. I'm really not doing nothing. I'm unhappy, whatever like that. And yeah, there's certain ways you go about doing it, but I felt like I said, he had a history and whatever like that, and he exploited that and used that to his advantage to get released.
Well, I'm just saying, like, not a history of, like, he's just saying, like, I can get away with it because of my, you know, who I am. That's
what I'm saying. Like, he used his past, whatever stuff like that to, like, okay, now I can use this to get up out of here. Even though I'm not that way, whatever. Like, everybody was like, he's like, oh man, I'm good. Like, everybody mad was like, nah, he's good. Like, everybody like, he's fine. So he was like, why he get released? That's weird and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know, man. But listen, he in AEW. We know, I think tag team titles is going to be on the horizon for them. I think them and the Young Bucks, I think, are going to have a match at some point, whatever like that. So, you know, I mean, it's unprofessional what Jeff Hardy did, but at the end of the day, Jeff Hardy's wanted to wrestle with his brother. His brother wanted him there, you know, and I think that's something that you just can't have the Hardy boys without. You need both of them there,
right?
You know, that's that's like the Dudley boys. You need both people there to make it work. Even though Bubba's great solo, you need Devon, you know, and Jeff needs Matt. Matt needs Jeff.
Yeah, man. It just sucks. Like, you know, I just really wish.
Listen, bro. Me and you've been going at it back and forth about the AEW, WWE. Listen, man, everybody's fucked up. Everybody gonna do something that we ain't gonna like, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? You go wave your flag. I'm over here just, you know, I'm gonna join shit, whatever like that, man. We just go. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Everybody can't be perfect, bro. Listen, how many times if you had a job, especially the last job you had, you just want to be like, you know what, fuck this. I'm leaving. I'm not gonna be professional and give y'all the common courtesy and be like, I'm gonna give you a 2-week notice and all this other shit like that. Fuck y'all. I'm leaving.
They fired me.
They fired you, so they didn't even give you the opportunity, but you probably wanted to.
Can we talk about it? Hold on. This is complete.
I'm just saying.
This is not wrestling related.
I'm just saying.
This is not wrestling related.
I'm just saying.
But I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that day I got fired. Because that was hilarious.
Go ahead.
That was hilarious.
Knock yourself out.
Because it was the week of Christmas.
Damn.
It was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. And I remember, and my boss, I'm not going to say his name, but my boss came back into the building. And everybody knows when he comes back in the building, after he left for the day, somebody getting fired.
Yes.
So I'm sitting at my cubicle chilling. Next thing you know, I get and it's my supervisor.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Jeannie, you know. She's like, hey, I need to see you in the office. So I said, okay. Go in the office, sit down. I'm just sitting there, I'm listening to them talk. And he's telling me the situation. I'm just sitting there, like, not even really paying attention to him because it's like, it's whatever. And then he's like, you know, I really hate to do this, but, you know, we got to let you go. I'm sitting there, it's just like, wait, did I just get fired? And like, that's exactly how I reacted. I was just like, did I get fired? Like, yeah, you know, we got to, you know, unfortunately, you know. And then he was trying to like, he's always wanted to get rid of me, though. He always wanted to get rid of me. Like, I knew from maybe the third month, I was like, yo, he really wants to fire me. He's just waiting for a reason to fire me. And this gave him this reason. And
why did he fire you? Attendance?
No. Because they claim on my watch, even though there was more than one person doing this, there was a loss, a profit loss.
Yeah.
A large amount of money was lost.
Oh, so you're saying you were stealing?
No. Because I'm doing reservations for people that's going on vacations and things like that. So a large amount of revenue was lost. And because they lost this large amount of revenue, they were like, yeah, we gotta, even though there's more than just one person that was in this conversation.
Yeah.
But they was like, yeah,
you gotta go.
Yeah. I was just like, yo, that's all right, cool.
Right.
Best thing that happened to me, though.
I know, but so could we say this might be the best thing to happen to something like that to a Jeff Hardy, possibly? To see how it works out?
We'll have to see how
We have to see how it works out?
We have to see how it works out. But I don't think that he's going to reach that level of, I mean, but then again, it's Jeff Hardy. You know, the Hardy Boys have that following.
Yes.
They have that following that fans love the Hardy Boys no matter where they go.
Right.
Especially Jeff.
Right. So I don't know. See, I was gonna say like, even you say he gonna reach that level, but he's Jeff Hardy, right? But do you think like I don't know. I don't know, man. Like he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I think so.
He'll be fine. It's Jeff Hardy, man. You know what I mean? So
I think so.
It's just like I just don't think the end all to be all like is like WWE and stuff like that, especially now at this point.
Well, I still think it is. You know, in my personal opinion, I still think that
More so financially?
The end all be all is WWE because of the history. I think that's what it is. I think it's the longevity of the WWE. I think it's the fact that you have it's still like that pinnacle. Like it's kind of like, you know, we can now, depending on the longevity of the XFL and the USFL, everybody's still goal
to the NFL.
is to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like basketball, NBA. You know, everybody, you can go overseas.
You want to go to the NBA. You want to go to the NBA.
You know, so that's kind of like where I feel everybody still wants to go. Because I think you even still just want to get that experience.
Yeah, to see if you can.
Because
see if you can make it.
It's entertainment.
Yes.
And you want to see if you can do it because there's so many different avenues that can open doors being in the WWE.
Yeah, that's what Sonya Deville, but go back to Sonya Deville. That's what she was talking about. She was like, she wanted to be an MMA fighter and she wanted to be an actor. So she was like, she bounced around or whatever like that. She was in LA. She was like, I can do everything, all that in one place in the WWE. So she was like, this is the perfect place for me to be. Right. You know what I mean? So she's been there pretty much like for like almost like 10 years or something like that. She's been there for a minute. So
yeah. So
yeah, you can do a lot in WWE, man. It's a lot you can do.
Yeah.
That company.
Yeah. And before we wrap up, because this, like I said, this is very impromptu episode. We
hella
don't
random.
Hella random. Shout out Dolph Ziggler. New NXT champion.
Yes.
Dolph Ziggler. And apparently Braun Breaker has been called up.
Yeah. Yeah, Braun Breaker has been called up. I saw that. That's why Dolph won the title. And I want to say, shout out to Dolph Ziggler. Shout out to Dolph Ziggler and Mandy Rose. Because remember, a while ago in WWE, those two were a couple.
They were
like a couple, whatever like that. And they were fucking with Otis.
Yes.
And the whole thing was mad. Oh yeah, yeah. So they was fucking with Otis. So now, fast forward, Mandy's the NXT Women's Champion, doing great in NXT. Dolph Ziggler, his first singles title in a long time.
Very long.
It's been a very long time since Dolph won a singles title. He's the first wrestler in the company to win Big Gold, the old WCW title and the NXT championship. So he's the only one that can say he did that.
Now,
unless somebody else like a Randy Orton or somebody like that go down there.
We kind of know that this is a transition period.
Yes.
He's a transitional champion.
Yes.
Who's taking the belt from him?
I really got to look at the NXT roster and see who I think will take the title from him.
I have an idea.
Solo Sikoa?
I have an idea.
Who?
Santos Escobar.
Man.
I think Santos is going to be the one to take that title from him. It's about time.
Yes.
Now you want to talk about, because I know you were saying, you know, we bringing it back to the beginning.
Yes.
When you were saying, you suited and booted.
Suited and booted.
And you was talking about Andrade.
Andrade El Ilo.
But we got to talk about Santos.
Santos got swag too. Because Escobar got swag.
Because Santos be killing it.
Yeah.
And I think a Santos and Dolph match will tear the roof off.
Yes.
Any place,
yes.
So that
the
being
show,
said,
what do you call it? The show stealer? Who was Dolph called? The show stopper? No, that's Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah.
It's a show stealer.
I think it is a show stealer.
Show stealer versus Santos, the leader of Los La Familia, something like that. I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the group or whatever like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's on NXT. I got it. Like I think Solo Sikoa, that guy,
or Dexter.
Nah, I don't think. I'm surprised Dexter ain't get called up because he's not really doing nothing in NXT.
Right.
They got a lot. I don't know who's the faces like
LA
that.
Knight.
LA Knight. He done. Well, yeah, maybe. That's another guy I feel like should get called up. I gotta. Santos might be. Santos might be a good. He might be a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I mean, like I said, we didn't really have
much of an outline. Much of we just catching up on some of the things. The big stuff.
Yeah.
The big topics that we can talk about. So yeah.
So this has been the Royal Club Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, this is the Royal Club Wrestling Podcast with your boy, the Ace, and the franchise. We are out. You guys be easy. Check us out on Instagram at RCW_podcast.
Yes. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep. Can you give them the YouTube channel title, the name, or whatever?
It's actually the channel it's my channel. So if you just go to Charles Gilbert, there you just subscribe. It's under playlist. It's under the Royal Club playlist. So that's where you're going to get all the videos, all the content. Make sure that you do subscribe, follow, comment, like, thumbs up. We haven't got a thumbs down, so I'm kind of
okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
And be on the lookout because I'm working on something.
Yes. Yes.
Ace knows a little bit about it.
Yes.
He doesn't know the full length to what this is going to be, but I promise you it is going to be.
Listen, folks, just pray Brock Lesnar wins this title.
All I'm going to say, matter of fact,
put yourself together.
All I'm going to say is if our tribal chief walks out with not only his universal title, but this title as well.
The longest reigning universal champion.
The longest reigning universal heavyweight champion. Our tribal chief. The head of the table.
Needle mover.
The needle mover. The man that is in God mode. Greatness on a different level. If he wins this title and retains his universal title, y'all are in for the greatest episode of Royal Club you can ever imagine. Bank on that.
So if y'all don't want to see this man act a fool, pray for Brock Lesnar to win this. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's it for me. I am the Ace. This is the franchise. You see the man, right? You see the title. We out.
Acknowledge me.
Oh Lord. Oh my Lord.